and welcome to the first of these 15-minute sessions. Short sessions for when you don't feel you have enough time for a whole hour, over an hour's yoga practice, and you just want to do something to help keep your heart rate up, feel strong, get your circulation going. And you can use these all on their own, just 15 minutes practice. We're always going to have a little warm up, but if you also want a good old 15-minute stretch, if you've got half an hour and you want 15-minute stretch after, I'm also doing some little 15-minute stretch programs that can be used in conjunction with these. Okay, let's get on with our warm up. So we're going to stand with feet parallel, about shoulder width apart, and we're just going to swing the arms, and as the arms swing, let the opposite heel lift. Let your breathing be nice and steady. Reach those arms, have a little twist as you look to where the arms are going. And then we'll take a little overhead swing and into that lift. Just warming up our shoulders, arms, heart rate lifting a little bit. So one more of these, shake it out. Then we'll warm up our arms, wrists with a little bit of fists and stars. So bring your arms in front of you, make fists and then stars. And as you're doing this, breathe in, lift your arms up above the head. As you breathe out, bring the arms down by your side, still making those fists and stars. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in as the arms lift. Out as they lower. For the last two, let's turn the arms the other way up. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, last one. Breathing out. I'm going to try and do 5 of everything. Single sides, that's 5 of each side, but I'm not the best at counting, so bear with me. Come to the top of your mats. This first little flow that we'll do 5 times is also part of the warm-up, so we'll do this for every core session. So we're going to breathe in, look up, breathe out, swan dive. Breathe in, press into fingers, lift heart and gaze forward. Your fingers might be pressing into your legs if it's more comfortable. Breathe out, full forward fold. Breathe in, come up. That's 1. Breathe out, down we go again. Breathe in. Lift heart and neck, gaze forward. Breathe out, full fold. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, fold. Number 3. Breathe in. Breathe out to the fold again. Breathe in to come all the way up. And breathe out as we swan dive for the 4th time. Breathe in as you press fingers into floor or legs, lift the heart, look forward. Breathe out as you forward fold. Breathe in as you come all the way back up. And this out breath takes us down for the final time. Breathe out. Breathing in, pressing into fingers, lifting heart and gaze forward. Breathing out, full fold. So instead of coming up, breathe in, walk the hands forward, drop the knees, and we'll move on to diagonal stretches. So you try not to have too much lift of the tailbone. Try and make your, tuck your tailbone, engage core. So you're coming into a neutral position. And we're taking left leg back, right arm forward. Take an in breath. Flex back foot, take an out breath. Engage core a little bit more, tuck tailbone. The end of the out breath, hands down. Other side, left arm, right leg, breathe in. Breathe out. Tuck tailbone, engage core, try not to lose your balance like I just did. The end of the out breath, hand and knee down. Breathe in, back to the first side. Breathe out. Hand and knee come back down. At the end of the out breath. Left arm, right leg. Breathe in. Breathing out, engage core. The end of the out breath, hand and knee come down. Right arm, right leg. Right arm, left leg, sorry. Breathe in. Breathe out. Excellent. Round 3, left arm, right leg. Breathing in. Breathing out as you engage core a little bit more, tuck tailbone. End of the out breath, hand and knee down. Left arm, right leg. Left leg, right arm. In breath. Out breath. Hand and knee come down. Round 4. Left arm, right leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. End of the out breath, hand and knee come down. Left leg, right arm. Breathe in. Stretch back through the heel forward to the fingers as you breathe in. Tuck tailbone, engage core, pull in tummy muscles a bit more as you breathe out. Hand and knee come down. Final round. Left arm, right leg, breathe in. Stretch. Breathe out, engage core. Hand and knee come back down to mat. It's the end of the out breath. Final side, left arm, left leg, right arm. Breathe in. Breathe out, engage core, tuck tailbone. Hand and knee, cut back down to the mat. Just sit back on your heels now, give your wrists a little shake and a counter stretch. And then we'll come to plank. If this is too strong in plank, you can always bring your knees down and make it in a half, do it in a half plank. So we're gonna breathe in, here, push the floor away, breathe out, bring knee over to right arm. In breath, back to plank. Left knee to left arm, out breath. In breath, back to plank. Out breath, right knee, right arm. In breath, plank. Out breath, left knee to left arm. In breath, plank. Round 3, knee to right arm, right knee to right arm, out breath. In breath, back to plank. Out breath, left knee to left arm. In breath, back to plank. Out breath, round 4, knee to plank, knee to arm. In breath, back to plank. Out breath, left knee, left arm. In breath, back to plank. Final round. Knee to arm, out breath. In breath, plank. Knee to arm, out breath. In breath, plank. Come down to your knees. Take the knees wide, have a little stretch of the arms. In extended child, tapping the fingers to the floor. And then coming over onto your backs. Having a little back massage, softening those abdominal muscles before we work them again. And then take interlinked fingers behind your head, knees over hips. Take a lovely deep in breath to prepare. And as you breathe out, reach left elbow to right knee and either extend the spare leg or bend it and tap the foot to the floor, whichever helps you. Spare elbow down to the floor if you can. In breath, back to centre. Out breath, the other side. Right elbow, left knee. Reach and hold till you finish that out breath. Come back on the in-breath. You can keep your head up off the mat if you want extra strength, or release it down for that in-breath. Out-breath, reach elbow to knee. In-breath, back to centre. Out-breath. In-breath. Out-breath. In-breath. Out-breath. In-breath, back to centre. Out-breath. I think this is round 4, but I've already lost my count. In-breath, back to centre. Out-breath. Right knee, right elbow to the left knee. In-breath, back to centre. So I think I'll make this the last round. Out-breath, left elbow to right knee. In-breath, back to centre. Out-breath, right elbow to left knee. I think I just said that, didn't I? In-breath, back there. So I'm getting my right and left muddled up and my counting. But I'm sure that you can cope. So we're going to do some leg lifting now. We're going to lift and lower the straight right leg. You can either have the left leg bent, foot to the floor, or keep that extended if you want extra stretch. Arms by your sides, breathe in. Left leg lifts, nice straight leg. Flexed foot, out breath, really engage core as you slowly lower that leg. And if you want a little bit more, just hover it above the floor rather than lowering it all the way down. In breath, lift. Out breath, lower. In breath, lift. Out breath, lower. If you want a little bit more, take the arms overhead. In breath, lift. Out breath, lower. I think that's 5. Let's change legs. In breath, lift. Left leg lifting. Out breath, lower. And try and make that slowing nice and slow and controlled. Make sure your lower back's still making good contact with the mat. In breath to lift. Out breath to lower. Arms can be by your sides if you prefer. Out breath to lower. In breath to lift. Out breath to lower. I think this is the last one. In breath to lift. Out breath to lower. Moving on to double legs. You don't have to lift both straight double legs up off the floor. That is very strong. It might not be fine if your lower back's lifting from the mat. So you can bend the legs into the body as you breathe in and straighten them up. And then on the out breath, really engaging core, pulling the over back to spine to keep that lower back, making good contact, lower the legs just to that point where if you lower them anymore, your lower back will start lifting. Hold, and then either bend them in and bring them up on the in-breath or lift them up. So again, you can have arms overhead if you prefer. You're lowering on the out-breath just as far as you can, still keep that lower back making contact, and you're lifting back up on the in-breath. So please bend the legs to bring them back up if you need to. And don't lower them any further than you can, but still keep that lower back making good contact. Breathing in. Breathing out to lower. Breathing in to bring them back up, however you do that. Breathing out to lower and hold till you finish that out breath. Breathing in to bring them back up. I think we've got one more. Breathing in, breathing out to lower, breathing in to lift back up. Bend your legs, give yourself a lovely little back massage. And then, on your in-breath, hands behind knees, see if you can roll up to your boat pose. Breathe in here, sit tall. Breathe out, engage core, hug your knees tighter. So you can do this with your hands behind your knees or with your arms by your sides. You're breathing in We're breathing out to go to lower boat. Hands can be here if you prefer. So you can press into them to come up. Breathe in. Breathe out. The head and shoulders are off the floor. The lower back's firmly on the floor. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to come up. Have your legs, lower legs, whatever's best for you. Breathe out to lower to low boats. One more, I think. Lifting to high boats on the in-breath. One more, lowering to low boat on the out-breath. And then you can give yourself a softening little back massage. And we'll finish with some moving spinal twists, still keeping that core active. So legs can be bent, feet can even be to the floor if you want it really gentle, or knees tucked a little bit further into the body. Your out breath, you're dropping your knees down to one side but hovering them. So these obliques and core muscles are working as you hover. You're lifting back up as you breathe in. You're breathing out to drop them down and hover them to the other side. Breathing in to lift back up. You can untuck the legs a little bit more to make this stronger. Out breath to lower and hover. In breath as you bring your knees back up. Out breath to lower and hover. In breath to bring your knees back up. Out breath to lower and hover. In breath, knees back up. Out breath, lower and hover. In breath, knees back up. Out breath, lower and hover. In breath, knees back up. Final hover of the knees over to the left. All right, if you've done the other way. In breath, back up. A final little back massage. And then you can roll out here, have a little rest in Shavasana, or you can visit my stretch tape for the core, which will stretch out all those muscles in 15 minutes that we've just been using. That'll be a nice little 30-minute practice. But if you've only got time for 15, 15's better than nothing. Thank you for joining me.